tired very lately because like my mind has been somewhere. For those who doesn't know, I've been rather stressed lately. So and like I have not been fully able to sleep. Well, I have been able to sleep per se, but it's like I'm not capable of just going to bed and sleep. I've like been in bed laying there like, oh fuck, it's almost midnight, and like, oh, I have to go to sleep. And like I wake up for school and stuff, so it's like, yeah, great. So yeah, I'm a bit tired. Or knackered, as I often say. What is a kokoro? Hold on. Can Google explain to me what a kokoro is? What is a kokoro? Apparently a stylist salon in Gothenburg. It might mean a mask, grub, or insect. Okay. That doesn't really fucking make sense for me, but okay, sure. Yes, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Sholmes, I mean, not Holmes. Sherlock Sholmes, Jesus Christ. Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. Not really my cup of tea. All that detective business. Oh, but you have a copy of Rand's magazine here, so... no. Anyway, the chap's investigating the furnace room as we speak. Oh, so he's here. So Sekis. Didn't we used to call him Nut Guy or something? It's basic. It's a Berlin nuisance, it's what it is. The whole neighborhood twitching its curtains now. I don't like this at all. I don't like all this fuss. It's jolly unsettling. About Miss Natsume, Mr. Garideb? Garideb, holy crap, I forgot he was named that. Please, do tell us. I haven't really seen many pun names, or at least not puns I understand. I don't know if there is like a pun for Garideb. Apparently there's a book called something like that. Apparently it's actually something with Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes, the three Garideb-mans. Huh, okay. So it's not a pun, it's actually it's basically a Sherlock thing. So some names are Sherlock things, some names are puns. Like for example, beef stroganoff. Oh, yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week. Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then. I have 2 lodges most of the time. One on the ground floor and one just below us. I should have read that. Dash it all, Joan. Do be careful. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was a shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Yeah, I don't know why I gave her that voice. It's probably because of like the cheeks. Not like that she's very round, but it's like it feels like when I do this with my cheeks. It's like I'm gonna give her that kind of voice. You seem to have most nervous disposition, always shaking, looking over his shoulder. Yeah, I know about that. The man has shady written all across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Juan, that man is trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. I'm rarely wrong about anything. I feel like I cannot do her voice very loud. It's always like very quiet because like I do this. I don't really speak with my lips when I do this. I'll be calling in this made as a witness.
Was there anything else that struck you as suspicious? Suspicious about the man at all?
Why do you always like get like, oh yes, whenever we talk about that man?
Oh yes, yes, indeed it was.
And she's dying to tell us. I did not say anything else about your lodger, Mr. Natsuma. Why? I remember you doing that last time. Why do you do that?
Oh my word, yes, the man was shaded in an orchard.
Oh. I was like, what do you mean by shaded in an orchard? We're like, oh right, because of all the trees, it's like fucking shadows everywhere.
Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room, absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. And he never much passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call.
I don't know why, but whenever you do your voice, I feel like my cheeks is just filled with air whenever I speak. It's just like...
I just sort of... So, can you even see that if I do that?
Yeah, you can like fucking see my cheek just puff out.
I just trot off to that old bookshop every single day. I comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the familiar man is up long past time. The time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too.
Oh, I see. Also, why do you stir with your pipe?
The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed at around 9 each night. But I never known that Japanese fellow to retire any earlier than 2 in the morning.
Holy crap. I know many people now that actually more or less do shit like that. Or worse.
Could you clarify something, I wonder? What pray? How do you know so much about Mr. Natsuma's routine?
Good point. Good point. My drink is technically a bit lukewarm, but still good.
I understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house. Is that correct?
That's right, yes. They're both below us, on the first floor and street level. I kind of forgot his voice. It's kind of like hers, but it's like darker in a way. I just like kinda when I did that now. So I just saw something.
Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise time that they come back in the evening, for example. Even the time they go to bed.
Good grief, Joan. Be more careful, woman.
Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Of course not. This like new moon headed guy. It seems that the incident took place around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window around that time? The window?
Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Brian Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
5 o'clock is dinner time at the Garideb household. So I'm afraid I do not remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
No, sir. It wouldn't have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road.
I see.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as?
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well. Yes, was there something then? Around that sort of time, something happened. For the good love of God, John, what was you doing?
Dear me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Naruholo.
Oh, yes. Naruhodo, Naruholo, okay.
I have an extendedly good memory. As far as I remember, nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Oh really, Mr. Garridem? The way you were talking before, it sounded like there might have been. Oh well, I was about to say it was just a trivial matter. Joan, dash it all, what's the matter with you, woman?
Begging pardon, sir. Nothing happened.
Okay, something is up with the maid. She's controlling him by just spilling coffee at his crotch all the time. Yes, quite. Nothing happened. We sat down to... I'm almost getting her voice when I do shit now. We sat down, quiet, uneventful meal, Miss... John?
That's right, Mr. Garridon.
It's a bit odd because like when I do his voice, it's like I don't use the sheiks as I do with her. But I could do the same sort of voice in a way. Okay, can we like continue or something? So can we go and check his room? Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsuma's room is on? Why certainly. Just below us on the first floor.
Mr. Shaw is investigating there even as we speak.
Yes. Told me not his name has asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsuma has engaged Mr. Home Services.
That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around in Mr. Natsuma's room, I mean? Don't see why not. It's just one flight of stairs. Hope we can find anything at least. We didn't really get much information on these two other than they're hiding something. Yeah, I know you want to speak with Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes is a weird ass wacko guy. What do we do here? So we can move. Oh, yeah, there it is. Just by my camera. Brilliant. Absolutely holy shit. You would need a library. Where the hell do you sleep? Do you sleep? Wait, is that like is that a pile of books to the right there, or is that a cave of books? Cause it kind of looks like he has built himself a home out of books. What? Just look at this place and smell it. It's musty in here. Oh, I don't need to know that. I suppose it's a mountain of old books that are responsible for that. How did you manage to carry out this lodging for 2 weeks? Or did you get this in just 2 weeks? Because 2 weeks is 14 days, and this is more than 14 books. You must have at least gotten... It's more than 50. I would say 50 books per day. Because then it's like 10, so 500 books. Yeah, I'm pretty certain, like 50 per day.
I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life.
No, me neither.
It's so dark in here too.
Yeah, the window is shut. Is that a window over there? Well, it's what used to be the window. Well, it was the window, I think. Yes, once upon a time. But for some reason been closed up by bricks and mortar. Why? So this is where Mr. Natsuma lives.
By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Sholmes anywhere, have you?
No, that's true. But according to what Mr. Garrideb told us, the great detective should be around here investigating. I see a nice cat though. I kinda want to check the cat first. I don't really care about Sholmes right now. I want to check the cat. Also, I want to check, is that actually a cave? It kinda actually looks like a cave. Cat time. Checking the cat. Ah, cat. Oh, stretchy cat. Oh, yes, that was a good stretch, wasn't it? Oh, where are you disappearing now?
Oh my, what adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking for after all the books while his master is away.
I don't know about that. It disappeared into a pile of books as quick as a flash. Was that quick as a flash? It was a tricolor Mike, wasn't it? Mikey. Wasn't it? Do they have that sort of cats here in Great Britain?
Perhaps Miss Natsume brought a little creature with him from Japan.
That's made me feel homesick now.
Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days.
Yeah, 2 hell of eventful days. Okay, let's go and check. Oop, fucking hell. I kind of want to go that way, so using like that thing there. That's like, that by the way is a fucking fire hazard. Holy shit. Look at all these books stacked up there. They almost reached the ceiling.
They're all works of English literature. And they all smell so musty.
Why do you need to explain how they smell? It's a book. With this volume of books to hand, you'd never been sort of a reading material, would you? It'd be short, not short.
No, what a dreamy idea.
A bad dream, maybe, for me at least. I don't really read much, but I have no problem with reading, so if someone gives me a book, then why not? Mind you, I don't imagine the books that are at the bottom of the pile now will never will ever be read again. I kind of feel the same.
So reading is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime.
The fuck are you talking about? I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of a theism or the philosophy. The fuck? Okay. Yo, Sholmes, where the hell are you? Yo, you some sort of person. I was gonna check something. I'm very interested in knowing what I actually get from that.
The desk seems to be wedged in a crevice between the mountain of books on either side.
I suppose Miss Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. Sorry, my mind. But surrounded on all sides by these towers. Yo, hold on. Yo, welcome, 8-bit zombie X. Welcome to the stream. I do hope you enjoy what you're watching. Do just sit back and enjoy, and welcome to this little corner of Twitch. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes. Surely he had dreamed of a book every night as well.
Yes, he must have done, mustn't he? Oh, what's this?
I don't know what you're looking at.
He's arrested from a second-hand bookshop. Your books.
My father really loves to go into second-hand bookshops. Oh yes, Miss Natsume's name is on it. Look, and the date of purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m.
That's the day of the incident.
When did someone get attacked? I kind of forgot. I kind of forgot when someone got attacked actually. That's like the issue right now. I don't remember because that's like 4:45, which means like where he was and stuff.
That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna take a closer look to that. I don't know if it will allow me or something, but I can at least check. The sum of 2 shillings tendered in recipe of the pictures of Monsieur Lecoq. Fuck. Why? A meal for Gaborio and Canterbury yearnings. Okay. I don't really know what that means, but sure thing. Let's go and check that out. Where is Sholmes? Hello. Where are you? So I've checked that already. Oh, we're gonna check over here. Also, I was about to check something on Kickstarter. Hold on. What exactly did I actually get by kickstarting this? I pledged in Ruins of Symbaroum, which is a tabletop RPG from Free League Publishing. They have now made this in rules using the 5th edition from Wizard of the Coast. Like, wait, is it Wizard of the Coast? I think it is. You know, Dungeons and Dragons. So I was a bit curious, like what I actually got. So I got Game Master book, Bestiary book, and all unlocked physical and digital stretch goals. What the fuck is that? Holy fuck, I just saw what I get. Oh my god, that's... Like, I get maps. I get a file holder for the maps. I get a little I think I get some sort of like adventures. I get pictures or something. I get the books and I get a DM screen. The base setting books come in a sturdy slipcase. I also get a slipcase for it. Ooh, I cannot wait for that now. It looks like the waste paper basket's so full it's just fallen out. Did I just close that? No, it's still there. It's still there. I don't know why I need to have that up. It's just interesting. I'm just waiting for it now. I got the alpha of all the books lately. I just don't understand how to fucking use some of them. Literally, it's like, oh, you want to create a character, then you get +5 in this, +2 in that, and plus on something else. And it's like, do I have some sort of fucking base? Because it says plus. Do I have like a normal on 10 or no something else? It doesn't really say, so it's kind of fucking difficult. I think Mr. Natsume must have been deeply immersed in his research, don't you? Or deeply averse to tidying up his mess. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of messy in here as well. I have been rather stressful lately, so my mind is like... I'm gonna be honest, I've been like exhausted like for a whole goddamn week because of shit. And yeah, I have to clean in here. I really have to clean in here. I'm gonna... Oh shit, I just fucking realized. Whoops. Hold on. I realized that apparently my mind isn't fully awakened. I forgot what sort of fucking game I was supposed to playing. More voices in the Great Ace Attorney. There we go. Update. Done. Forgot about that. I also just realized that I thought of doing that before, but I fucking forgot to do that! So yes, this is the game I'm playing. I just fucking forgot to update. Sorry, a bit of a burp there. I wouldn't like to speculate which is closer to the truth. What I wish to speculate is where is Sholmes? Oh, what the fuck, where did you come from? I was looking for you, you maniac. Where have you been? He's just sitting and chilling over here. Ah, look, Miss Naruto. Yeah, he just came up like a bloody Houdini. Ah, there he is. Where did he appear from? Yeah, I'm wondering that as well. He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. I kind of forgot what voice I gave him. Ah, you two. Good day. Now, let me see. Where is it? Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Sholmes, we were together at the SS Buria. Yes, of course, Buria. Let me see. What happened on that voyage? It was Kazuma Sogi. He died tragically. But you were a great help to us. Alright, that was my voice. Ah yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asogi. Was a great one with a snake, wasn't it?
Oh,
Well, you seem to remember something of it at least.
what an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great...
Vaguely, fucking hell.
This is Mr...
Oh no. Dear madame, hold your tongue. I pride myself in my superior power of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. In my... What the fuck are you talking about? Brain attic? You mean head? Well, you're fucking close, mate. You're close, but you're pointing in the wrong direction. Try the other way around, Mr. Holmes. I lose the first round. And second, and third. Sometimes probably the fourth, who knows. In truth, I hope to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrive in London. But some Scotland Yarders ambushed me in the railway station and whisked me away to the crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course, and solved in a matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended the Suseki-san is that short of amount of time. Oh crap. I'm afraid the persons of a new case has dulled my recollection of my past involvement a little. A little. It's a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to an extent. Well, that is actually true, yes. You're at least true with that, even though you are absolutely just babbling the shit out of here right now. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest it would be elbow out of the useful one. I do my best to forget useless facts, least they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my words of inimitable wisdom. You know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. I think there is something called A Study in Pink in Sherlock Holmes. I don't know. Might be. Please, there is no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately, my associate pens them beautifully. He means Iris, I suppose. I do like Iris. She's adorable.
Mr. Sholmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just touched on.
Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Okay, great. So what exactly we're gonna talk to him about? So his arrest. You know, there's a bit lodging of a Japanese foreign. Sorry, my Twitch thing just popped up and like, oh, what's going on there? We know there's to be the lodging of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Suseki Natsume. Sorry. He says that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Sholmes, for stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Natsume. Yes, I believe that name was rather long along those lines.
But Mrs. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little?
I'm sorry, Miss Sasuto. Wait, did you say Miss or Misters? Ah, Miss, okay. I was about to wonder if we actually missed again. But I have not the slightest idea what you mean.
What?
Huh? Even I'm like kinda questionable. What the fuck are you talking about? I assure you, I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It will appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. How? I'm wondering what the hell is going on. I assure you, I have no recollection of accusing your astute compatriot of the crime. That doesn't make sense. The good detective of Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. A man seen fleeing. There were a number of books gathered on the pavement on the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. Speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there's a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then? That I cannot tell you. But it was aggravating my facilities. Hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books. I found myself quite lost in the bibliophile. Holy crap. Do not be deceived in believing that I am a man of leisure. No, no, no. Oh dear. Okay. So technically, he did not do anything to accuse the man. He literally was like, we need a bloodhound. Can find this guy. Okay, it got that way. And the police just did the rest. I get it. Tell me. Oh, have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Garadev, the retired military man.
It was the first time we ever met a soldier from the Great British institution that is the service.
And it was the first time we ever met a maid from the Great British institution that is service. I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, my household in London employs a maid.
Yes, I read as much as my Great Britain primer.
And so, conversely, whether or not a household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standings of these dwelling therein. Betoken their social standing. Sorry? It means like if you have a maid, you seem like a rich, great person. Put it simply, my dear fellow. Those employed at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, household employ enough staff to constitute a large family.
Goodness, how extraordinary.
As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it is for precise that reason that I find a great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically, the retired army veteran, Mr. John Garrison. Oh, why do you think that's interesting? Fable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Whether or not it imposes on the circumstances of this case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. We as well, we think something's fishy with at least one of them. The dinghy room. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is dwell in this place such as this will stab someone sooner or later.
Miss Natsume has stabbed no one.
Ah, but sooner or later, as I said.
I don't believe that that's the issue here.
About this dark little room, Mrs. Sholmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have an idea? No window. Well, I mean, I can clearly see there was a window of sorts. But it's being completely blocked with bricks. I just saw that Daryl, a team member of mine, is just playing some game. Oh, there we go. I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tag. What the fuck? Sometimes his sentences is literally just like a slap to the face. What is that?
surely not a tax on windows.
Precisely that.
Oh my goodness.
It cannot be a tax of windows. I know there was like a sort of luxury tax for them when you have like a house by a lake or by the sea, so you can like see it. And there is actually kind of something interesting, because we actually have that, but we don't need to pay that. I don't think so. At least not what I remember. It was like long time ago I heard this little story. But what was kind of interesting is that in between our house and the lake is a jogging track. You know, like a trail, a public trail. Like people can walk there, people can go there. Like we I don't know what it is, but like I don't know how many countries have that, but I know we here in Sweden, it's like if you want to walk a trail, we have like these little markings on trees or on signs. It's like either the blue, white, yellow, red. And if you follow those, you will be able to go the red track, the blue track, the white track that is like long. And because we have those tracks in between our house and the lake, we don't need to do that, because there is actually something of public covering like that part. It's not like we live by the lake and we are like the closest and more or less owns it. It's literally like, yeah, the public can be there, they walk there, and because of that we don't do that. It's just there. Also, what the fuck is a window tax? Those who less it means having inherited a sizable and costly family home, perhaps rapidly close windows up. Well, the rich open windows here, there, and everywhere. In an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money.
How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light.
I can agree there. Indeed, the disease was rife as a result. So, some 40 years ago, at thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. By its legacy... Hold on. Is he just talking out of it? Is he just talking out of his ass right now? Hold on. Britain window... Oh, fucking hell. Wait. This tax was first imposed in England in 1696. It was intended to be a progressive tax in that households with smaller number of windows, initially 10, were subjected to a 2-shilling house tax, but exempt from the window tax. In some cases, even perforated grates in ladders were charged as if they were a larger window. Ah, what the fuck? I didn't fucking know that. I thought this guy was just talking out of his ass. Window tax! Are you pulling my leg? What the fuck? His legacy remains, as you see. Squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Assumed depend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It will appear so. I've done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered at an extraordinarily low price.
Because the room is so awful, I should think.
Apparently Miss Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that is correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shady nature of the accommodation. Oh? Still, there's a little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Yeah, I'm also a bit curious. Oh, we have talked about everything. Something's gonna happen. Well, I believe I told you all I know. Thank you, Miss Holmes. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruto. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remember that, did you? Will you be offering your service in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? Already doing? I'm not sure. Not sure. On what grounds? Well, actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well then, congratulate you, sir, on ambition realized. I'm so promptly too. The thing is, it's really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients, to trust in their innocence? Yes, trust. Mr. Sholmes? Miss Natsume didn't do it, did he? My dear fella, I haven't the first idea. But I thought that was why you were here. You come back to investigate? Ah, yes, that was indeed my national intention. There were simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts I can state quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to have seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. And one more thing.
Where's Mr. Sholmes? Tell us!
I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Yeah, and I believe so as well. Anyway, at present that is really all that plays on my mind in relation to this case.
Miss Naruto, as yet our investigation has uncovered nothing that could help us establish Miss Natsume's innocence.
Oh, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probe a little deeper into Mr. Garrett's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be relevant in this case. But I wish you every success, of course, Miss Naruto. And he's out of here. A busy man indeed. He's gone back. Oh, he went back to the corner of the room. I thought he left. No, he apparently went back. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Gary Depp then. Yo, update. I know it's always update when I'm like just doing that. Ah, you pair again. Tell me, was the detective chap, I forgot his name, still hard working down there?
Mr. Sherlock Sholmes.
Ah, yes. Rings a vague bell. Although detective business isn't really my thing, I'm afraid. Well, Mr. Sholmes is in his element down there. A jolly good show. Another cup of tea, if you please, Joe. Are you gonna stop? For the umpteenth time, woman, will you watch your ballet? Wait, will you watch what your Ballywell doing?
I shall be serving dinner shortly, sir.
Ah, yes, of course. Frightfully rude of me, but I'm afraid I shall have to ask you to take your leave if you be so kind.
Oh, yes, of course. We're deeply grateful for all your assistance.
Not at all, not at all. You don't get so much chance to talk with your infringers like yourself. It's been a pleasure. Best of luck and all. Perhaps you could see yourself out. Okay. I call him Mr. Sholmes. Mr. Gary Depp is hiding something. I think that's wrong. I feel it's the maid because he's like always talking, and when he's like starting talking, she just pours the tea on him and like interrupts him. And since no other avenues of investigation seems open to the moment, perhaps we should do some digging. What the fuck? I just saw his ass appear there. Sholmes? What the fuck? Hi? What is doing over there?
Mr. Sholmes!
Ah, we meet again, my dear fellas. Good gracious, when did you sneak in here? Sherlock Sholmes, sir, at your service.
What are you doing over there by the window?
I'm giving into watching the evening sky as the sun sets, madam. Yet sadly, cheerfully as the room downstairs undoubtedly is, still it's like an aperture of such observation. So I took the liberty of boring a small corner of space by the window up here. Well, keep an eye on one's window at dusk is the prudent thing to do in London and gathering. I just saw his ass pop up by the window like, hello! Ah, there's one more thing, Miss Naruto. Oh, me? I thought perhaps you might be in need. I have a certain great detective's great mind. Wait, he's not talking about... Is he... I didn't expect to be going through that again so soon.
Oh, do you mean Mrs. Sholmes?
Oh, we're gonna dance again. We people are gonna dance again. I really need a shave, seriously. Mostly, like my father really likes this mustache. I know my viewers kinda like this mustache, but I kinda hate this mustache. It is in the goddamn way. I'm not joking. There is a mighty secret in this modest room. My eyes see even the most trivial of trifles. I take it you're prepared, Miss Naruto. I think so. There is just time enough for my great admired great deductions. Let's conclude the matter before dark. Can we stay with you, by the way, because we don't actually have a lodging? Mr. Garrideb, it would seem that your military man considerably distinguished service. Your standing as a landlord is most certainly not what one would call first rate. I'm afraid, sir, that it should be too clear to me. There are two conclusions I have been able to draw by careful observation of your living room arrangements. I beg your pardon. The first is that even as we speak, you're concealing the piece of a ferocious beast in your care. Ferocious beast. And the second is that the result of the beast's violent rampage, you have lost something very dear to you. You're talking about the cat!
Miss Naruto, look! The woman has broken out in a cold sweat.
Unbelievable, it seems that Shadow's conclusions are both spot on. How could you possibly... How could I possibly know, you mean? You mean to inquire? The answer couldn't be simpler, sir. For the dense jungle of logic reasoning. I am the king of beasts. The fuck are you talking about? And I know only too well that the wild beasts are not easily tamed. So, shall we begin? Once again, Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Well, here we go again. Nature of the beast. It certainly shouldn't take a great detective to see. Whoa, I just saw that now. What the fuck? Everything is so broken. Holy crap. That the fearsome beast has been on a rampage laid within these four walls. Thus, we are faced with the question, what form might the beast take? Ah, for a man with military breeding, your eyes are uncommonly canny. Your furtive glance, Mr. Garrett, leads us directly to the answer. The true nature of the beast that has run rampant here is revealed by that lion statue. Yeah, that's bullshit. Yes, though an army man, you appear unimposing at best. A fact that has fueled your admiration for the mighty lion, the king of beasts. What a piffle, I ask you. In the end, your admiration became so great, in fact, that you had a living breathing specimen shipped from India, which you tried to keep in this very house. Whoa, what happened? I just noticed his face there. Did you see his face? Yet, living with such a wild beast proven to be more difficult than you had imagined. The chilling traces of wild rampage are still very much in evidence. By the way, did you just see like the like handprint on his face?
Well,
Yet, as we look around, the beast in question fails to present itself. Where could this angry creature have disappeared? Where could... Madam.
me?
I pray you do not consider the unchivalrous, but it is plain to me with one glance in your direction.
It is.
Your dress pocket gives a handsome clue as to the beast's current whereabouts. For prodding from the handbills advertising a circus show.
Oh, there's something on the ground there.
Yes, you sought to dispose of this terrifying lion, Mr. Garrett, at Batusk Circus. A traveling show currently sojourning in nearby park. I have served the tenants. You sold the savage lion, sir, to the circus troupe. Alright, we saw that before. The math is like burned. I most certainly did not. I believe I made my point. The fearsome beast which ran amok in this room was an Indian lion. And a simple visit to the circus now will reveal the lion prancing jubilantly through a ring of fire. Okay. Do we have more? Topic. Aftermath. Now, Mr. Garrett. It is plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for the formidable beast. Indeed, in that blissful pose, the distress of this loss caused you invertibly tangled. Is that why it is a handprint? Because it sits like that very often. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by the supporting arm. Amidst fists of tears, you let your beloved beast go. The strain of losing something so dear to you clearly visible in your visage. Nonsense, man, I simply... But what, we must ask ourselves, is the true cause of this pain? We only need to follow the direction of the gaze to find the answer. Yes, the pile of bills has been given a rise of pain to you suffer. Every envelope contains another demand for payment. Okay. For a carload of meat, potatoes, and wheat and tea. Indeed, feeding your beloved has... Hold on. Of meat, potatoes, wheat, and tea. I know meat, but potatoes, wheat, and tea is not what a lion eats. Or consumes, whether it's liquid or not. And so you have no choice but to let it go. Well... Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Unimaginable? The aftermath of which can be clearly seen by observing the carpet over there. A very expensive woolen carpet, if I may not be mistaken.
Oh dear me.
What could have caused such a destructive outburst? Ah. Oh. This time, madam, I'm afraid it is you who has inevitably revealed the truth to me. Your wandering eye has been settled upon the answer very indeed. Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, you only need to look at the Tower of Cakes. Oh, I really want a cake now, fucking hell.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Fucking hell. Was it or was it not once said by a certain noblewoman? If they have no bread, let them eat cake. Gulp. Yes, I think I more or less know what happened to her afterwards. I think. Food is at the heart of the tragedy, in fact.
Whatever do you mean?
Having tired of the taste of cake, the beast began to stalk its next. You saying that the lion ate cake? Are you having a laugh? Well, I shouldn't really say anything. I've actually seen a YouTube video where an alligator eats a birthday cake as well. And it looks fucking happy about it. So, yeah. I'm sure I don't need to spell out the nature of this final act of destruction carried out by the beast. There is only one logical conclusion. Worried into a frenzy by hunger, the lion attacked and ate the cart. I'm not even gonna read that because it's a burn mark. It's a burn mark from the candle. He ate the carpet! Sometimes this man gets a kick in the ass. Seriously. Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this beastly puzzle. Yeah, I cannot have his face, to be honest. What is the matter with you, John? Pouring scald hot tea all over me.
Oh, well, Mr. Solomon, Mr. Garrett, I'm afraid I didn't notice.
When the hell do you notice you do it? My deduction can be startlingly sharp. It stands to reason that your cup runneth over. Runneth over. I do love how he says that though. Indeed, my revelation can make people spill tears at times too. Mr. Sholmes, sorry but in again, but could I make an observation? Why, certainly, Miss Naruto. What is it? Again? Well, your deduction just now. Do you really think a lion could have a fit inside a room this size? Indeed. It is the only explanation for the facts. The terrifying truth of all often lies beyond the realms of common sense. Wouldn't it be an idea to consider what lies inside the realms of common sense as well?
But if an uncaged lion had run amok in this very room, surely Mr. Garrideb and his maid would have been hurt, or worse.
Ah, that's where you're stuck. No doubt, the former military man held his own against the beast using a large cannon. I thought you said that you sold the lion to the circus.
And what about the food? Meat and potatoes are one thing. But I don't believe I have ever heard of a lion that drinks tea.
Or eats cake. Ah, my dear Miss Sasutu, it occurs to me with some regularity that irrespective of race and breeding, whenever anyone lands on Great British soil, they are infused with highly appropriate taste for afternoon tea. Yes, it's like tea zombies.
Oh, what a glorious notion. Well then, Miss Naruto, it's your turn to shine again.
I had a feeling I was coming.
A slight massage, that's all Mr. Sholmes' deduction need. You can do it.
Massage? It needs like a sledgehammer. Excellent! I have been waiting for my trusty partner in deduction to step forward, Mr. Naruto. We don't even know yet whether or not this is going to help with Mr. Natsume's case, but still, uncovering the truth is always worthwhile, whatever the motivation. Yeah, that's always good. At least that's what I want to believe. Always good to believe in that. Let us start again. From the beginning of Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. Course correction. There we go. Something like I think it's like just saying the same thing. I'm gonna read this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're faced with what form of beast, and that's where he shows. Yeah, so he says up there. It's somewhere on the mantelpiece, so there's somewhere, but it's not a lion. I really didn't see a lion thing coming.
No, but if you observe Mr. Gary Depp's reaction, it rather seems as though some beast did indeed run amok in here in this room.
To be honest, I did more like... I just realized I'm on this side of the screen now. What the fuck? What did I play to change to this side of the screen? I used to be on that side. What the fuck? What am I doing on this side? Huh? Okay. But also I think more or less would believe it would say lion because it was literally just a lion there, like a beast. Okay. There's only one thing in the room that fits that description. A lion. Yes, something with a very fierce nature.
But it couldn't have been a lion transported from India.
So what was it then?
It must follow Mr. Gary Depp's gaze. It must lead us to the true answer.
Okay, so... Oh! What the hell is that? What is this photograph?
It appears to be from Mr. Gary Depp's wedding. He looks so very happy, doesn't he?
Oh, don't tell me like just all the depths and stuff is because of the wife or something, and that's why he has like a handprint on the face because of a slap or something. And it might just be that woman who died, who got stabbed. Not died though, but stabbed. It does, but you can make out his bride.
Now, how fortunate. Something must have struck the glass directly over the woman's face.
Yeah, it's exactly over the woman's face.
Take that!
The true nature of the beast that is rampart here is revealed by that newlywed bride. Precisely, Mr. Naruto. No other explanation could possibly fit. Yes, this frame print pictures your wife, Mr. Gary Depp. And while we lament the fact that her face is obscured, we can still make out her mighty arms and note that the considerable horsepower they must contain. Fucking hell. Oh, indeed. Surely a woman with such powerful constitution would be honored to be described as a beast. I think if I actually would do that, I would be slapped silly. Too late. The fact remains that the beast which is clearly savaged this room was your wife. Chilling traces of a wild rampage are still very much in evidence. Well... This is just the same, so it doesn't matter because it's talking about the pamphlet. You call it pamphlet?
The poor fragile defenseless woman is beside herself.
Well, I don't think about fragile.
Oh dear. Anyway, Mrs. Shelby's quite right. There is no sign of Mr. Gary Depp anywhere.
But it seems that we may have a clue to her whereabouts. A clue that this maid is trying to hide.
I wonder where Mr. Gary Depp's wife could be.
Trying to like... Can I...
There certainly does appear to be Circus handbill poking out from her pocket. That is Circus, currently performing shows in park, not far from here.
You don't think... Surely Mr. Gabby that didn't sell his wife to the circus, holy crap. Yikes! That's somewhat worse. Yeah, that's a bit worse. Okay. So I'm focusing on her. Ah, wait a second. The wedding ring.
Take that!
I just thought like, wait, hold on a second. There's like the face you cannot see it, but there is something sticking out, and that's the ring. Your wedding ring gives us a handsome clue to the beast's current whereabouts.
Oh,
Indeed it does. That flowery band gleaming on your finger gives you away. Yeah, that's what I saw before. For it is identical to the one shown in the hand of the Mr. Garridub's bride in this photographic print. In other words, you are no ordinary household maid. No! You are Mr. Garridub's lucky bride. You are Mrs. Garridub herself. Well, jolly fine detective, sir. Are you rightly surmised this is the wife? Yes, this is my Joan. Rather let her go, you might say, but she was... It would appear that you don't live in the most comfortable of circumstances. After all, you are a retired army man, yet you are in the business of renting out rooms. I would assume, therefore, you are insufficient means to employ a maid. Would that be correct? It's not right, I tell you. I was second lieutenant of the 3rd Regiment. A man as his pride, don't you know? Just a bit of drink here, I feel. I do wonder where people is today. Also, I kind of forgot to do that. It is Tuesday, right? Hold. Yeah, people have stuff to do. I also kind of forgot to do the thing. It's just gone 1 hour anyways. I can do this. I'm gonna do stream labels. I have to like announce this manually, and I always forget that. But I'm gonna do that anyway. Just gonna poof when they start up, at least. I'm like very fascinated as well of what I can get from this Kickstarter. Like what is it anyway? I'm gonna read up here, just because it's very interesting. Also, this will like be sold in like other shops as well. Holy crap! So it's like region map, game master screen, Mark of the Beast 5th edition. I actually have the one for Symbarum, which is the one that comes with 4th, 5th edition. Additional warrior approaches. Okay, that doesn't matter because that's not physical or digital. Tistle Hold Blackmore map, adventure, art book, map, adventure, virtual player guide, adventure, map, ribbon markers. I don't know what that is for something really. Adventure, virtual game master's guide, adventure, map, virtual visionary, color adventure, high quality prints, adventure, 1st edition slipcase, map, map folder, hidden treasure of Davokar, 2nd HQ art print, and 3rd HQ art print. And also I skipped some stuff because some stuff was like, for example, what does it say here? Additional mystic approaches, which is literally just an upgrade to the book itself. So it's like, yeah. I really want to play something like that someday. I have to do that. I have to find some people. Also, I have a team now. I should really ask them sometime. By golly, it is so sorry thing when a chap can't even afford to have a single maid in his employ. Yes, here in London, one is rather judgment. A household cannot be considered worthy of society if it employs no staff at all. Though, in my considered opinion, such concerns about appearance are a folly. Yeah, I agree. You mean Mr. Gareth has his wife work as his maid? Precisely. Am I right, Mr. Gareth? All in company, obviously. But listen here, this must remain a secret. Tip-top secret, please. Okay, so that's their secret. Sorry, my ear was a bit scratchy there. I'm gonna check also updates. I want to know if something has happened lately on this. October 18th, okay. Yeah, I already got that. So they're more or less about to print everything. They have probably printed more or less a lot, because this was like the last update was 18th of October, which is the same goddamn update I got from my goddamn Advanced GG. Now, alright, we read this. It's plainly clear that you still have deep feelings for this formidable beast. Indeed, not a bit of a pose, the stress loss, yeah. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you've being revealed by that supporting arm. I think it's the face. Mr. Sholmes is quite something. He's still calling Mr. Garrideb's wife a beast.
Yes, as a woman that feels rather uncomfortable.
Yeah, you should not really say anything about that, to be honest. It's Mr. Garrideb. Mrs. Garrideb standing beside her husband but Mrs. Garrideb standing beside her husband as we speak. In other words, he hasn't lost his beloved at all, has he?
Oh, how true. So perhaps a supporting arm that seems to be prompting up his head has some other significance then.
According to Mr. Sholmes, Mrs. Garrideb's pain is tangible thoughts. What could that pose of his really signify? Slapped cheek. Yeah. Oh my. Look at that bright red mark.
Gosh, that's quite something. And clearly made by someone's hand.
Yes, Miss Garrideb had been slapped on the face, it seems. Hard. I'm trying to figure out how. I feel like it must have been like the right hand from his right side.
I've never seen such a defined mark. Whoever could have done such a thing?
Well, we're a very limited number of candidates, I'd say.
Take that!
Also, I forgot I pressed the wrong button, but it's always good for them to talk a bit before. Your head weighs heavy on your shoulders, the pain you feel being revealed by that slapped cheek. Oh, just look at that, even over the eye. Oh my god. And of course, the deliverer of that impressive mark on your cheek that refused to fade. Was you, Madame Joan Garrideb?
Oh, well, yes. Yes.
I should like not use my tongue when I do that, because sometimes when I use my tongue and her, it becomes like
this.
I shouldn't do this.
I should do this. I should just do this. Not use my tongue so much, I just do my cheeks.
Hold on, I kinda missed something. You have been desperate to hide a slap mark on your cheek, sir. But how in blazes? How did you work that out, man? Nothing escapes the notice of one trained in the art of observation, my dear fellow. That's why you haven't looked directly at us even once. To keep your other side from view. Well... Now, let's proceed to the next conundrum. Why were you subjected to such violent slap?
I
In other words, we must ask ourselves what caused Mr. Garrideb to fly in rage. Rage, not range. We need only to follow the... Yeah, this is the same. I don't know why, but I was kind of knackered there, so I thought like, why would the bill made her slap him? Like, right, we're trying to find something else. It's not the bills. Oh, I don't know why I did not read this. Yes, well, she's also the person who gave her husband a mighty slap around the face. One so hard that it left a perfect hand mark, in fact.
Yes, why would a woman want to hit her husband with such force, I wonder?
I'd love to know the answer to that question. Let's check then. Bookmark? What's that bookmark? Oh, Christ. That's literally like, I just see lipstick mark, and it's like, oh fuck, yeah, that explains shit.
Someone must be reading this book at the moment. There's just a bookmark here. Miss Gidgero is clearly an avid reader.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't think this is a bookmark.
Oh no, so it isn't. It's a note written in a woman's hand. Oh James, I love you. Yours, Mary.
And look next to the signature there.
Lip marks made in lipstick. Oh, what a passionate and romantic gesture. Oh dear, I'm sorry.
This bookmark is actually a love note then, huh? Christ almighty, of course someone will be fit into a rage after that. Yes, it is this love note that has given the rise to the pain you suffer. Oh James, I love you. Yours, Mary. Passionate indeed. Perhaps the sender of this note, a certain... I just saw her hand right now. A certain Miss Mary is the fly in the ointment here. Also, that's the wrong hand to do that one. About woman, know the ballet something. You don't know her. That note wasn't written to me. It was just in the book. I don't know how it got there. It was just there, you say?
What a likely story.
Now listen here, Joanne, old thing. Oh. You're really asking for a smacking, ain't they? I explained it at the time. I bought the book at a second-hand place, and the note must have already been in there. So the previous owner of the book was using note as bookmarking in. That's right. Well, is that why you're spilling tea all the time?
Unlikely story.
Oh, for heaven's sake, woman, look at the name. It's written James. My name, if you haven't forgotten, is John.
Unlikely story.
Are you questioning my name? My name now? And there we have it. They arouse suspicion of the female heart, and you unleash a beast with most ferocious bite. Now, in a final fit of rage, the ferocious beast carried out one last unimaginable attack. Eating the carpet. I just can't imagine her now eating the carpet. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
How dare me?
What can I cause? Yeah. And he believes he looks at the cakes. Waits the candle. I know that because I already saw the candle before.
But surely Mr. Garrideb didn't eat the carpet.
No, of course not. There doesn't seem to be any doubt. The state of disarray that this room is a result of her wild temper.
No, that's true. So this is the last part of Mr. Shaw's deduction that we need to fix. We need to only follow Mr. Gary Depp's gaze to find and tell us the right answer.
Also, there is actually a candle missing. A candlestick, so we need to just like turn around. There we go.
Take that!
Sorry, I thought it was the candle. Sorry. I thought first I should have just pressed A, but I didn't. Oh, Jesus Christ. At the latest time, like, I've not been capable of just falling asleep easily. Jesus, I'm gonna press A instead. Yeah, we know this. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, come on. I want to go there. Do this now. Do this now. Gonna check the carpet first. The carpet here has been ripped to shreds.
Yes, according to Mrs. Shaw's deduction, the tears match those made by an Indian lion's teeth exactly.
Oh, look here.
What is it?
If you look closely at the edge, you can see scorch marks.
Oh yes, you can. In that case, perhaps the carpet wasn't eaten in a normal sense.
Yeah, I know. I know that. I knew it was burnt already. Also, my phone just said something to me. I just want to know what that is. Not much. Not much. Sorry, just some Twitter stuff as well from the team, so I'm just gonna check. Oh, okay. And when I just do that. There we go.
It looks like a very old candlestick, doesn't it?
The base looks too small. Surely it is unstable. Probably, actually. It looks to me that even the slightest knock will make it topple over.
Oh, that would be dangerous.
Wait, take a closer look at this. There is one candle missing.
Yes, I didn't notice that before.
Why is that, I wonder? Why is there one candle one candle of the 3 missing from its holder?
Take that!
Yes, to explain the dire state of the carpet, we only need to look at a candlestick. Most illuminating, my dear fella. And of course, the only possible way out of this logical labyrinth. Yes, the remnants of the first attack in which the carpet was devoured are clearly visible. Indeed they are. Scorch marks at the edge clearly gives the truth away. Scorch marks? Sorry, I didn't do his voice there really. It could appear that this room was in the scene of a little material altercation. Miss Gardebb's mighty arm must have left an impression not only on the husband's face, but on the entire room. The force of her strike caused the candle to fall from the holder. And in seconds the carpet was alight and the whole corner of the room was in flames. Yes, for the most ferocious beast in this world is neither a violent lion nor a vengeful woman, but fire. And in this room that ferocious beast bared its claws and ran amok. Quaintly put, my dear fella. So you see, there is but one conclusion here. After sparks of material discord flew, this room was a scene of a fire. Oh, he stands up. Mr. Sholmes, I salute you! Okay. Just fainted. It's these dash long winter nights, you know. Nothing to do but read in front of the fire. Luckily, there's a jolly good second-hand bookshop just around the corner. Buy all my old novels there. And in the pages of one particular novel, you discovered some rather illicit material.
For which your wife admonished you harshly, it seems.
Don't know about admonished. Demolished might be rather close to the mark. And Beast is most certainly an... Yeah, you should probably just shut up, please. Here we go again. And the carpet, was that destroyed by a fire when the candle fell on the floor? You're afraid to say it was. Happened in the blink of an eye, you know. The whole place filled with smoke. Couldn't see a bally thing. I was caught between the old stick rage and the raging flames. You paint a torrid picture, sir. One that would have been most entertaining. That's sympathy for you. Didn't take long for the fire to spread, of course. The ballet furniture started going up as well. We had to hide the mess behind the screen for the time being. Can you take that away? I kinda want to see them now. Over here, Miss Garrett.
Over here, Miss Garrett.
Well, you have nothing more to hide now, if you allow me. Ooh. Had all my favorite novels in that case. But as soon as the fire got hold of them, that was it. Whoosh! Up in smoke. Gosh. Then the wife started hurling things at me.
What a terrible sight it must have been.
There I was, backed up against the window, under heavy enemy fire. Incendiary books incoming 10 to the dozen. Incendiary books, not incendiary grenades, but incendiary books, holy crap. Worst of it, I lost my favorite. Book called The Lion's Pride. The Lion's Pride, ah yes, your notorious love of big cats coming through again. I assure you the title didn't influence my choice in the slightest. So poor man really did lose something dear to him as a result of ferocious beast rampage.
Mr. Sean's deductions turned out to be correct once again.
It can only be described as a great British wonder. Great British Bake Off! I'll tell you, it was a total carnage. Flames everywhere and the old stick in full fettle. Out of interest, what time of day was that? Not sure if I can remember. It was 2 days ago now. Let's see. Around 5 o'clock, I think.
So at exact the time, as the terrifying incident was unfolding outside your window on the street below.
Even more terrifying on the inside, I assure you. The whole of Blythley would have been flooded outside my window at that moment. I wouldn't have noticed a dashed thing.
Oh, really?
Oh, my voice is getting numb here. You two are awfully quiet now. Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Miss Naruto. What can I do for you? Well, I think I got to the bottom of Garrett situation now. But what does it have to do with Natsume's circumstances? I can help you there, I'm afraid. What? My dear fellow, if you recall, I did say much from the outset. I warned you that although I knew the retired army man had to be hiding something, he could not be sure whether this secret would prove to be relevant or not. I just knew you were going to say that. Yikes. Now, Mr. Naruto, you mustn't lose heart. Bear in mind that all things fall into two categories, those relevant to the case and those not. That makes no sense to me. Well, no matter. It's time for it is far great importance that you make up your mind now. Sorry? Visiting hours of the prison will soon be over. Oh, no, is it this time already?
If we were to accept Mr. Natsuma's case, we have official paperwork to attend to.
So that's it. No more time to think.
Perhaps you would like to betake yourself to bidding us farewell now. I must prepare supper for Mr. Garrideb.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Stretching my neck a bit. There we go.
Thank you both so much for your time.
Seki-san will be waiting for us. I'm going to have to give him an answer. Okay, let's move then. There's not so much more we can do. I really want to join again. Fucking hell. Oh.
It's time, Miss Naruto. We must hurry back to the prison.
Yes, I know. Let's hail a car. Oh.
What's the matter?
It looks like something's going on over in the front of the Garrideb's house. Who the fuck is he? I know them not, old man. Fall to thy prayers. Who are you calling old man, you rum-looking nimmy-pimmy? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than a dream in our philosophy. Who's this Horatio fella, eh? What are you on about? Also, his chin. Bloody hell, he could just hammer nails with that thing.
Excuse me.
What who are you now?
I'm sorry. It just looked like there would be some problem here. My associate here, Mr. Ryunosuke Naruto, is a lawyer, see.
A lawyer? What? If I can be of any assistance, I'll be happy to help. I'm from Japan, but I have studied English law. Fine, I'll be on my way for today, but mark my words. This ain't over yet. Okay.
Get thee to nunnery.
Do I look like a blooming nun to you? Who the hell are these two? Especially that guy, like what the hell am I looking at?
I do hope you're not injured.
Oh, fairest maiden, thou art so gentle, thank you. What's this all about? There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than a dream of your philosophy. I'm not Horatio either. Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
Forgive the inquiry, sir, but are you a lodger here in Garrideb's residence?
Oh, fair is the maiden. Those are so right. Yes, I dwell in this humble abode. Mr. Garrideb mentioned that he had another lodger, didn't he? This must be the man. Do you happen to know the other lodger who lives on the first floor?
Ah, yes, the gentleman named Natsume. More worthy a polemist in my battle of words there could be there.
Yeah, there could be that. Battle, did you say?
Who is the stronger, Hamlet or Macbeth? Is Natsume and I spare long into the night?
I see. I don't fully
understand, but it seems Natsume and this gentleman are acquaintances at least.
I guess he is some sort of weird-ass poet.
So, fair maiden, so good gentleman. I can tarry thee no longer. Fare thee well.
Okay. Why do I get the feeling we're gonna see more of this guy? I don't look forward to that one.
I don't really understand him, but I think he's returned to his room.
It seems he is unaware of what's happened to Miss Natsume, so he can't really help us. Mrs. Seki-san and that man's as lodger, the Garrideb's house is certainly full of eccentrics. Oh, okay, crap. Anyway, I'll go and find a carriage.
Yes, I'm sure Miss Natsume is eagerly waiting to return.
So we can get to the prison before visiting hours is over. Yeah, I hope so. I do hope so. Hold on, my eyes are like a bit... There we go. Now I can see again. Also, this guy has got a mustache. And more or less twitching. Oh, it's you! You here, you came. Lookum student Naruhodo Esquire. I can't forget what he gave her name. I can't believe you came back. I'm so touched. I more or less goes after the faces mostly when I do a voice now.
Oh yes, sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Natsume.
Oh no, think nothing of it. Relax. I were a cat will purr with pleasure at the company of such fine compatriots. Oh shit, that was him. Noble, nurturing, never failing Nipponese. I'm getting hungry. Oh now, let's not get carried away. Oh, there you are. It is through friendship transcending national borders that one truly appreciate the fact. Such is my belief at least. Oh, it's... Ah, yes, it's you. The miserable, rotten spy, Herlock Sholmes. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing here? I have no intention of doing anything per se. Save observing, of course.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes?
Well, having encountered some curious reading material in that gloomy room, and having unmasked the secret identity of that eccentric pair, I decided I should drop in my way home to see how our dearest friend is facing. Gloomful room. At least your accommodation here are offered a window, my dear fella. In that sense, it's the superior option. Anyway, I must commend you on your taste in books. My day has been delighted and cost me not a penny. You... How dare you? Herlock Sholmes. I think it was like kind of this. I kind of forgot sometimes. Especially when I just met one in like half an hour or something, or just a few minutes. I have had it. I am through. I am at the end of my rope. I should never have come to Great Britain. It was a terrible mistake. Haunted by spirit in those accused lodgings. No doubt my luck will be cursed in tomorrow's trial as well. My whole life is bedamned. I just love how she just looks at me like, what is wrong with this dude?
What are you thinking, Miss Naruto?
He mentioned that once before, didn't he? That his lodging were cursed, I mean. And there is much truth in Mr. Mustache's words. What? Cursed is an wholly appropriate description, I would say. For the man's lodgings, and indeed for tomorrow's trial. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, exactly, tell me. Oh shit, we're gonna talk to him again, okay. Let's talk. Miss Natsume, what did you mean by what you said just now? About the trial tomorrow being cursed? Oh no, why are you looking so grave? You're making me nervous. I was just getting carried away. I was just getting carried away, that's all. I didn't mean anything by it. I see. You don't mean the trial really is cursed somehow? You're facing a worthy opponent tomorrow, I can tell you that. Are you referring to the prospector, the Reaper of the Bailey? The Reaper? Oh no, what do you mean? Please tell me. Summary it successfully in 16 Salmon words. No defendant has ever survived a trial in which the Reaper stands for the prosecution ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, it's 16! Oh my goodness. I can't really believe. Can't it really be true? That was 60 words exactly.
Yesterday, Miss Naruto successfully defended someone against the Reaper. But then, after the trial was over, the defendant passed away in unusual circumstances.
Mr. McGilden, I don't care about that. What? Ah, I'm impressed, Mrs. Asuto. You have an eye for details.
Actually, the Lord Chief Justice told us.
Mr. Sholmes, surely it can be that having failed in the accused convicted, Lord Van Seas killed the man himself.
Oh no, he wouldn't have, surely.
You have some wonderful notions. Sorry. The man isn't a murderer. He's a court prosecutor, my dear fella.
Oh, yes. Why, of course he is.
Of course he is then. Why are you trying to scare me? It could be said, however, that the real truth, the man is even more terrifying than your hypothesis. What on earth do you mean by that? Oh god, we're gonna talk about the Reaper now. Van Seas is quite an exceptional man. However, in London court law, exceptional does not equate to winning every case without exception. Oh, that's good. Sixten looks like he's going to cry tears of joy. As you are no doubt aware, in British criminal trial there is both a judge and a jury. The judge officiates based on the letters of the law, whilst the jury offers public opinion and common sense. It is an excellent system whereby the defendant's guilt is considered from several points of view. However, public opinion is particular and somewhat easily manipulated. Right. Criminals and corruption lawyers, for that matter, can use it in their advantage. By any means at their disposal, contriving evidence, calling imposters as witness, and so on. By such underhand means, those would have by such underhand means, those would have are able to sway the jury, which means that even in the light of irrefutable evidence, the prosecution can fail. I'm pretty certain there was something about that in the game before this one.
But it means the wrong verdict can be passed.
And sadly, from time to time, my dear madam, it is simply the reality of the situation. And that's alright. However, those indicted by Lord Van Seeks cannot escape justice. Their fate is sealed.
Oh my.
Though the adjudication may seem to leave the courtroom with their freedom, within months they all disappear. It is most striking. Disappear? But how? By all manner of misfortunes, sir. Perhaps they were trampled on a passing carriage. Perhaps they fall into the Thames and drown. Perhaps they suddenly overcome by a raging fever, or perhaps attacked by a highway. Oh, no. All examples of reality of events here in London, I am afraid, Miss Naruto. So why the hell are we even trying to study law here when you more or less says that, yeah, law is a fickle thing and it will be fickle all the time. Oh, I knew it. I'm a dead dodo done for doomed. Holy fucking hell, you are really insane when you're doing those things. Okay, what do you mean by cursed lodgings? When you said cursed lodgings before, you were referring to your room at Mr. Gary Depp's house, I assume. You mean to say you believe the place is cursed? It's been years now since I came to Great Britain. But I'd only been in London for a week before I started to notice strange feelings in myself. That didn't take long then. Everywhere I look, There were forging faces staring at me, laughing behind my back. I was sure people were talking about me. I started to become nervous about going outside. They were always staring at me all the time, from dawn to dusk. So I shut myself away in my room. But even that didn't help. The fear couldn't go away.
You must have been very lonely, having been all away from your homeland for such a long time.
I have had to move a number of times, most recently to the room on Briar Road a week ago. Yes, why did you choose there? It seems a little inconvenient. The rent is cheap. I have so little money, it appealed to me straight away. Of course, I asked why it was so affordable, and the landlord just implied and said, the room is cursed. Whoops. He quickly tried to cover his mistake, but it was too late, so I told him, if you have something to say, then say it, but if not, don't mention it in the first place. Oh yes, well said. But it was true. It was all true. You mean the room really was cursed then? Ever since I moved into that windowless hellhole, my sleep has been plagued by nightmares. I awake feeling as though I've been choked to death. And in my waking hours, people are stabbed in front of me as I walk down the streets. I am branded a killer, tomorrow in prison. Thrown in prison, nobody wants to know me. Surrounded by scary, sinister spirits.
Hey, Turtle Girl, welcome to the stream.
I just saw a hey there up in the corner. I'm just doing his voice here. If only there was someone, just person on my side. I can no one find in his or her heart to believe in me. Really no one at all. To believe. Yes, to believe. Completely forgot it was Tuesday. It's been a long day. I can believe that. I know that feeling. Mine was... I'm much better, to be honest, because I checked and I managed to do the test. I passed the test, so now I'm just gonna get back information from the fuck is it called? Hold on. It was called something. I just don't remember. Re-evaluation, I think it was called. And then I can go to the class I could not go to the before. So yeah, I to be honest feel much better. It's like when I talk to my mother and father and stuff. It's like it's just me. It's like me being worried about shit stuff, and it's just me judging myself. And the simplest way of saying it, I have gotten that from both my mother and father. I've gotten both of that from both of them. So yeah, it's not easy sometimes to be me when shit like that happens. I just like it takes hard on failure, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just waiting for a re-evaluation so I can redo that, or I can just simply fix that. I'm gonna do that tomorrow, to be honest. So when I've done that, I can go to that class again and try to read up 1 or 2 weeks worth of hard ass coding and math, because there are some people saying that that's more or less one of the hardest classes right now. So great, I have missed one of the hardest classes for almost 2 weeks now. That's gonna be fun. Apparently some weird teaching something with ray casting right now, I believe, because it's literally just 3D programming right now, it's called. Yeah, I'm a pretty anxious person too. I had to walk home and it was already dark. I hate it. I kinda don't like it sometimes, but I have not really any problem with it either. Like, I kinda like the dark. It's like, as long as I'm in places I like, I have no problem with it, because like around here I can like go to the store and like buy stuff and like get back home. Like, there's no problem at all. I believe like after a stream I went to my cousin's birthday party. Well, party. It was literally just my aunt, my cousin, and my cousin. So my cousin's brother. And it was literally like dark when I was home, and I just asked like, yeah, do you want us to drive you there? I'm like, nah, but it's like, it's a nice walk. I just walked down there, and like that's the thing. It's like it was so silent. It was like, I don't know, no, wait a second, So I was done like 8, perhaps 9. It was like around 9, 10, something like that. Like, it was so silent. So calm and silent. But I can understand that because like there are some places I wouldn't go when it's dark. So it like depends on where I am. The Buria. Ah, that case, the one with the snake. Well, yes. At that time I was the suspect, but you believed in me and listened to my side of the story. And you helped us to investigate. I did I? Interesting. What I want to know is why. Why did you believe in me? I see. Yes, you mean... Because you were grimy dressed, shady eastern fellow found in the vicinity of in a locker room. Well, if you like, yes. I'm a little surprised that your answer requires explanation, my dear fella. It's quite simple, really. You said I didn't do it. But I could have been lying. Surely you must have had your doubts. You must have suspect me a little. Oh, I'm so hungry right now. Like, I'm not joking, I'm hungry. Because I can pass the test, I'm actually gonna make myself a little celebration sandwich later. Egg bacon sandwich. With apparently, because I was like a bit bored, I just whipped up some raspberry mousse as well. So that's gonna be something. I think perhaps you have misunderstood. I neither recall believing in you, nor in that which you were telling me. What? You see, the only thing I believe in are those I chose to believe in. What? What do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Yeah, I think I'm pretty certain it's raspberry. I've never tried with like mousse before. I went to the store a few days ago. I just thought like, I kind of just want to try this. Like, I don't even know what that is. Mostly it's like something people had on cakes and stuff, but I thought like, I'm pretty certain I've heard people just eat mousse all in all. I thought I'd try like, why not? If I should like to believe in something I do, the circumstances hang and far as I am concerned. But I could have betrayed your trust. In that case, I would have made an elementary error of my judgment, nothing more. If I could be like that. Just like, yeah. It's as I said to my mother and father sometimes. Like, it's as they say. Like, my mother gets easily stressed as well. And she just says to me, it's just like, don't think too much about it. Like, don't worry about it. That's the thing. My head can say one thing, but the rest of my body can just like screws whatever my head says. Like, it doesn't fucking listen. Meaning, well, yeah, what meaning what? Whether or not one should trust another is, in the final analysis, down to oneself. It is a matter of whether or not one can trust oneself. Oh, yes, it's right. It's right. Locum student Mr. Naraudo Esquire. I don't know why he's calling me that long name, but apparently. Whether or not I can believe in myself. I don't remember his voice. Also, I probably should just do this because of... A defense lawyer is only as good as his fate is in his client. I don't remember how it sounds, but I was literally just a ghost, the ghost button. Oh god, there's more. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. I couldn't resist, mostly because I kind of forgot what his voice was. just like, what was his voice? Yeah, his dad just make it spooky. I'm like, I couldn't just like remember his voice. It was like, oh shit. Oh well, it is that, so I'm gonna use the ghost voice. Oh god. Well, we're talking about everything, so I guess it's like up to the next day here. Also, how much time is it left? Oh, it's about 1 hour. Well, my dear fellow, it is time we're leaving, I believe. Already? Visiting hours are over. The girl will be here shortly to escort us out. There is a restaurant near here that serves succulent trout. Would you care to join me? Oh god, stop talking about fish. I just got the image of the fish and chips thing again. Bloody hell.
Oh dear. Isn't there enough time, is there?
Mr. Natsume. Oh, what? I don't remember, but I'm pretty certain I wanted to call him the nut guy. For some reason. I just don't remember why. If you'd like, in the trial tomorrow, I'd be happy to represent you. Locum student, Mr. Narahudo Esquire. I just love it. As I said, I only experienced the British courtroom for the first time yesterday. And although the man I was representing was found not guilty, I lost sight of something crucial. Something crucial. What to believe in? The defendant, justice, or the truth? How to believe even? But I think I finally worked it out. I decided I must believe in myself, all above else. To trust my instincts.
Yes, Miss Naruto.
And my instincts tell me that you, Mr. Natsume, are innocent of this crime. Yeah, it's gonna be him. Don't worry, he's gonna show his boots. He's probably gonna show his boots. It's gonna be him. It's Van. It's for some reason it's Van, but I want to say Von. What's the hold on, I'm pretty curious now. Difference between Van. Oi. The difference between Von and Van is that Von is the prefix used on surnames in German, Austrian and Russian countries, whereas Van is the prefix used on surnames in Dutch, Vietnamese, and also for converting the names to English names. Okay. I'm kinda knackered, so though I understand it has something to do with names and stuff, I don't really know more than that. Okay, but at least that explains something. So I hope you'll permit me to represent you tomorrow. As I said when we first met, I like to entrust my fate to someone who will listen to me in my native tongue. Of course, Mr. Natsume. Also, apparently, he lives in a lodging house where there's another poet. And I don't know what century he comes from. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see him again. He looks weird as hell. Also, I believe I might just more or less have a button for him because it kind of reminds me of another guy that we remember. That your mind was, in many ways, made up from the outset. You merely needed the event of today to fully realize it. Yes, I think you're right about that. Yeah. Also, why he always were looking like that is because he had the biggest ass bitch slap on his face. I'm not joking, like, his whole right side of the face was red. Because apparently he had bought a book with a bookmark in it, which was a note from a woman called Mary to James, I think. Well, that guy name was John. And the maid beside him is technically his wife. And let's just say, apparently she's strong and just bitch slapped the hell out of him. Yes? Would you like to be willing to stand by my side tomorrow and help me in court?
Absolutely. As I said this morning, you may consider me your personal juridical assistant.
Technically that is why you're here, right? But I'm kinda glad he's just asking each time. Just to make sure. The shocking events of yesterday's trial still weighed heavily on my mind. But it's time to stop looking backwards. Kazuma believed in me, and Mr. Jones believe in me now too. So it's time. Time that I learn to believe in myself. Sasaki-san has no one. He's all alone. So it's my job to help him. To fight his corner. Tomorrow in courtroom, with all the strength I can muster. Nice. Also, I kinda learned something. England used to have window tax. What the fuck? I didn't know that was a thing. Scholz mentioned it before, and I thought he was pulling my leg. Because there was just a bricked up window. But that's actually fucking true. I'm not joking. I searched that up, Turtle Girl, and I literally got up the, like, what it is. And oh, hold on, I'm gonna find it again. Window tax. Window tax, Great Britain. This tax was first imposed in England in 1696. It was intended to be progressive tax, in that houses with smaller number of windows, initially 10, were subject to a 2-shilling house tax, but except from the window tax. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find more of this. This tax was imposed in... Okay, there we go. The poorest, who were most likely to live in houses with fewer windows, were therefore in the theory taxed less. This principle generally worked when applied to rural poor, but failed to alternate the tax burden on the urban poor. In towns and cities, it was usual for the working classes to live in individual homes. They would usually live in larger tenement buildings, which, however they had been subdivided, were considerably to be one dwelling house under the terms of the tax, and therefore subject to heavy window tax assessment. Apparently this was a tax that didn't hold on long. Yeah, that's absolutely insane. The window tax is not what this game is, but that's why the window this guy we are defending now were like bricked up. Because I just noticed like there were some places that looked like window, but they were bricked up, and like I didn't really take too much notice of that. But I literally was like, yeah, that's the reason of the window tax. It's like, are you pulling my leg here, or are you actually real? And apparently it's real. In England they used to have a window tax. Like, what the fuck? Well, I don't expect this. Well, I thought we'd be back here again so soon.
We're on a study tour of Great Britain with the intention of learning the country's legal practices. In order to research these latest court procedures here, we need as much court experience as possible.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true, but for the person in the dock, may well be his or her one and only time in court, and it could be life-changing. In which case, threatening as research may seem a little crass.
Oh, when you put it like that, you're quite right.
I'm not gonna use... There we go. Okay, this guy. Also, is it more red-eyed now than it used to be before? Ah, Miss Natsume, good morning. Or was it just dark that I didn't realize it before?
Oh dear, are you alright? Your eyes are terribly bloodshot.
No, they are more bloodshot, apparently. The early bird catches the worm, as they say here in Britain. Yes, I've heard that expression. But I really don't want to catch a worm. So I tried desperately not to wake up early, but I was so worried I couldn't catch a wink. And now I'm absolutely exhausted as a result. Do all literally people take things so literally? Also, it's kind of fun, because this guy wanted me to explain in 16 words, because he's like a poet, describe the outcome of Van Zeeks. And I managed to actually get 16 words apparently. I literally read the text like, how many words is there? And there were literally 16. Fucking brilliant. I wished I had 9 lives. My whole future hangs in the balance. I'm too terrified to tremble. You're trembling. Really? Because I can feel the tremors in the floor. I can't do this. I can't take it. Although, locum student Mr. Naruto Esquire. Yes? I caught a glimpse of the public gallery as I walked by the courtroom. It looked like the opening night of the opera. There were so many people. I had no idea my case was such a notorious affair here in London. Oh, neither did I. Apparently. Do you know why that might be, Miss Masasuto?
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Naruto, but I have no idea.
So that all-knowing look on your face is just coincidence then, is it? Don't hide the truth from me. It's because of the Reaper, is it? Isn't it? Lord of One Six. Lord of One Six. Lord of One 678. Fucking hell. I just realized also I call him vampire, so that kind of sums up all right. Is that right, Mrs. Suto?
I purchased as many different newspapers as I could find this morning, and yes, Lord Van Six is on the front page of everyone.
I knew it.
Sometimes after the prosecution was of the Reaper for me.
Oh god, I'm so tired lately. Holy crap.
He stopped appearing in court, it seems. It's been several years now, in fact, until the day before yesterday.
Yes, Inspector Gregson told us something similar, didn't he? The trial 2 days ago marked Lord Van Six's return to the courtroom after a very long... hiatus? Wait, what word did you say? What the fuck was that word? Hold on. Hiatus. Shiatsu. I have no idea what that word is. Oh, I'm so hungry. Not like hungry as in I have to end stream. It's just like my stomach saying, ooh, I really want something right now. Could you give me something? It's more or less like I just feeling for something in my stomach right now. Not like, oh god, I have not eaten, I have to eat.
I believe that appearance made me even greater wave here in the capital than today's.
But we couldn't have realized, of course, having only just arrived in the country.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon?
Oh my god, can I stop yawning for a second here? Holy crap.
Why is the Reaper back in the Bailey so soon? For what appears to be the mundane murder?
Yeah, that's the question. It says it always takes like the big shots. Or is the other person a big shot perhaps? Who knows?
That's what the question the papers are asking. And they're all speculating various answers.
Mundane. It's the most significant saga of the century to some of us.
Oh dear, I mean no offense, Mr. Natsume, but that is how the papers are describing it.
Well, at least also forget the fact that it could spark an national incident. Obviously, the reappearance of this infamous prosecutor has caught people's attention. I'm kind of actually fascinated now when I think about it. When there was actually a murdered Englishman, I was more or less to be the one taking the blame because of the whole the English woman was actually one doing it, so I had to take the blame. I'm kind of funnier with thought of a British person being murdered by Japanese, and they don't really give a fucking shit about that. Oi, this thing is not really like two-sided here. They don't really give a shit about their papers they've been signing. I just realized that now. Oh fuck. Holy crap, I just realized.
Yes, I agree.
Welcome student Mr. Naruto Esquire. Eh? Well, I suppose that's true. Both times it is you who stands against the legendary prosecutor. It can only mean that you're friends with the Reaper. Please, I don't rub shoulders with Deathbringers. I'm pretty sure that we are kind of like friends, because he did actually humor me now and then. Not like humor me, but like he were actually asking me things like, yeah, I believe in this, what do you think? Like, am I gonna hear bullshit, or am I gonna actually hear some good sense in you? I'm like, yeah, I believed in this. Like, oh yeah, I'm actually hearing good sense from you. So actually, I think we are, like, on equal terms, me and the Reaper, to be honest.
I'm afraid that there's really only one other explanation. It can only be another example, Miss Naruto, of your uncommon bad luck.
Thanks for that. Oh, this is just my luck. Why must I be represented by a man with such a frail fortune? By the least lucky lawyer alive. Speaking of luck, I do wonder when I'm gonna get my million. It's just a bad example. I like there's sometimes when I just say like I only get lucky after being unlucky, or I get bad luck after being lucky, like stuff like that. My sort of sense is being even. So for this whole like stressful situation, I just felt like holy crap, my luck is pretty bad. So where the hell is my million right now? Other way of explaining how I felt. The opposite of 1 million. And it was you, Mr. Natsume, who asked me to represent you. Oh my god, it's Aiba's birthday today. Wait. I'm guessing... hold on here. Hold on. I'm guessing, and at first I was wondering, who the hell are you talking about? But then I'm pretty certain I know who Aiba is. Or the Aiba you're talking about, at least. Yeah, the eyebrow, yeah. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna check, because they often actually... Yo! Nice! Wait, am I following? I am following, but apparently I haven't gotten anything from that. But yeah, there is. Yo! Oh, I dig that little figurine though. I really would want that figurine. I dig that figurine. I'm not so much for figurines, but it's like when there's like something that's like close to heart for like stream or games and stuff, I could like consider. I can consider. Yes, it's true that it's just a student new to London with little in the way of experience or skills or luck. But I promise you this. I will fight your corner until the bitter end, and I will believe in you, Mr. Natsume. Oh, benevolent Lockham student, Mr. Naruto Esquire. Fuck. It's just getting longer and longer, that name, or title, or whatever.
You're not alone here with us, Mr. Natsume. Whatever happens, we will always be on your side.
I was about to say, didn't you miss the girl with the bazooka, but you didn't. You were actually here for her. Iris, was it? Her name was Iris. Oh, speaking of Aiba, isn't her name also Iris? Bloody hell. Oh, but... Yeah, I saw that little legend. Yeah, she's absolute legend. She's so fucking adorable. I do enjoy that person in this game. Yeah, no problem, tall girl. No problem. I will be here for about like, I don't know, 35 minutes, something like that. Just gonna sit here and enjoying my stream myself. Well, what the hell am I saying? Sorry, I'm tired. Enjoying streaming and playing is what I'm trying to say. Fucking hell. Okay, my head is not really where it's supposed to be still. Oh, benevolent non-Lockham assistant Miss Mikotobako Esquires. Bloody hell. I am in your debt forever. I shall never forget this No, it's time for us. Yay! Time for the trial to begin. Alright then, Miss Natsume, it's time. Let's go. Yes! Sometimes I feel I'm just dropping the sort of voice I'm supposed to have for them. I'm pretty certain I have his voice now. Hopefully. Who knows? Oh, wrong button. I hope you're watching over me, Kazuma. Yeah, because the blade has an eye. '20 February, 10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. I now call upon the counsel for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. The prosecution is ready to fully prepare, my lord. The defense is ready, my lord. Holy crap. Why do they always look like that? The Nipponese are truly fascinating breed. I'm pretty certain his voice was just a bit dark and a bit like low. Lord Strongheart has told me all about you. That you are a student who arrived in London, but 2 days ago, a mere amateur. I think this was more or less his voice. Not like wispy, but like just a bit dark, a bit lower. Do you have a point? Being a compatriot, you feel compelled to try to help the accused, I suppose. Typical Nipponese arrogance.
Forgive me, but I do not believe arrogance is an appropriate description. After all, at our previous encounter, the defendant was found to be innocent.
Well, here comes the blood. Very true. And a most fascinating, if dark, trial it was too. The tragic conclusion came later, of course. Yeah, you killed him. Here, to the acquitted his unfortunate violent end. Oh, we have some new people. Oh, isn't that fair play? Thank you, counsel. I see both sides on a fierce battle. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you ready to carry out your duties here in court as imperial members of the public? Yeah, this is fair play. I never know what might be down to luck, but I believe in fair play for everyone.
Well, I must warn you, I'm rather more ruthless than I appear.
Oh well, not me. What you see is what you get. I'm a peace-loving fellow.
I'm afraid to say, I think it's quite possible that Mustache the Forger did the deed.
Come on. What are we waiting for? No doubt he did it anyway.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Very well, let us proceed. Your opening statement, if you please, Lord Van Six.
Very recently, the Great Britain signed an alliance with the rising power of the Far East. The accused in the dock today is a student from that same land, a certain Mrs. Seki Natsume. I look so tired, to be honest. Like, holy crap, hold on. There we go. Still look tired. And while our country has extended its foreign student to be warmest of welcomes, regrettably the kindness has not been returned. In fact, the students accused of most sinister act of plunging a knife into the back of an innocent woman who was doing nothing but walk down the street.
A knife! I tell you from bitter experience, those are the worst. Bloody oath they are.
Just look. A sallow complexion and that stature. He's the one of those dreadful Japanese.
Come on, let's get over with this. With me now, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
Sorry. I didn't quite catch that.
Pray, forgive the discourtesy of smashing my hallowed chalice here, in this great chamber. Allow me to call the first witness to the stand.
Very well. Miley, lead inspector in, please.
Oh, shit, sorry, I managed to click a button apparently. Do you mean the... Oh, please don't have the lunch. Oh, you have your lunch! Fucking hell, I'm already hungry, mate. I'm already hungry and you show me that. I seriously have to get myself some sort of fish and chips now. I'm gonna cook that. I believe I'm gonna try and cook that myself, actually. I've been really, like, as I said, like, this last week has like been absolutely shit to me. So I haven't really like done that much cooking. I have done cooking. I haven't eaten fast food. It's just like I haven't done like big cooking. It's just been simple, like pasta, something else, done, like quick and simple.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector at Scotland Yard. Would you please summarize the event of the case for the court, Inspector?
What the hell is that for hairdo?
The victim thought to be a young woman here in her 20s by the name of Olive Green. Olive Garden... I beg your pardon. Inspector. Thought to be. Yes, having been stabbed in the back by her attacker's knife, the victim fell unconscious. That was 3 days ago now, and she's been comatose ever since.
What? So they don't even know who she is for sure?
Comatose, I see. But her life is not in danger. Fortunately for the Eastern student, the charge will not be murder. Pray, elaborate on the details, Inspector. Sir, if I could ask everyone to look at this street map.
Yeah, I have that map.
As I mentioned, the incident took place 3 days ago, at around 5 in the afternoon. It happened on the pavement running alongside Briar Road, a wide thoroughfare for horse-drawn vehicles. It had not long since stopped snowing as the victim, Miss Green, was walking down the streets. Out of the blue, she happened to approach from behind by the accused and be stabbed in the back. Luckily, the young lady's life was spared and she's currently being treated in one of the city's hospitals. But being unconscious as she is, had been unable to take a statement from her, of course. This is the case file with everything we know about the victim so far. Thank you, Inspector. The court will accept the documents as evidence if you please.
Also, I didn't click that button, I thought. Okay, I'm gonna read that one. Trying to learn up beforehand on what I need to do here. Okay. Details. Young woman rendered unconscious following a stab wound to the back. Olive Green, female, stout build, early 20s. Pavement of Briar Road, east side, Rollerbait. The victim remained unconscious. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from single stab wound from a large knife, no other sign of injuries were observed. The assailant were seen running away by the reporting officer and was successfully arrested the following day. Okay, that doesn't say so much now, at least. What of the weapon that was used?
Sir, I have it here. It was removed from the victim's back. Oh,
ouch. That big thing is starting to make me scared walk down the streets now. It kind of look like a very small knives, to be honest, because I've seen like knives that are like that, but like this kind of tiny thing. With a heavy blade like that, almost anybody would have been able to stab the poor woman. Even the scary-looking Suzuki-san, I suppose.
A common or garden jackknife, I would say. Rather nondescript. Thank you, Inspector. The court accepts this blade as evidence. Now then, what do we know of the motive? Money or valuables, I presume? Well, I can tell by looking at the woman's possession. It seems like she is a poor student herself. Hard to imagine she would have had anything much worth pinching, my lord. I see. Well, in that case, are we looking at some deep-seated resentment toward the victim?
I'm afraid I couldn't say.
Apart from visiting the second-hand bookshops, the defendant Mrs. Natsume doesn't appear to be out much. At the moment in time, we haven't been able to establish any sort of connection between him and the victim.
Yes! If theft and grievance had been ruled out as the motive, what reason could Natsume possibly have to have stabbed a young woman? Yet you arrest a man in spite of that, in a total unjustified and heavy-handed way.
Objection!
He just fucking threw the bottle away.
Pray forgiveness the discurrency of flinging a freshly uncorked bottle into public gallery. But your words have soared its hallowed bouquet. For it is you, my learned friend, who is being heavy-handed here. What? Scotland Yard does not arrest people without good cause. That should be beyond question. Inspector Gregson, prosecution calls for your formal testimony. Explain to the court precisely why the constabulary came to arrest the Nipponese student. Yes, sir. Food. As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusual light fog. Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else about but the victim and the accused. Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from the behind and subsequently collapsed on the pavement. The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor. Those being a number of old books he just bought, he was on his way home from the bookshop, it seems. It was just a matter of working out who the books belonged to, or I found the bloke to arrest him. Old books, you say? Yes, my lord, I have a photograph here of the scene of the crime, taken immediately after the incident. Ah, yes, I can clearly see the books in which you are referring. I will take photographic print as evidence, please, Inspector. The crime scene photograph has been entered to the courtroom. Your Nipponese are a spineless breed, too cowardly to admit defeat, denying everything despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Well,
Forgive me, Lord Van Seeks, but the defendant is not denying everything, as you put it.
what do you talk about, Mr. Suto?
Do go on.
Mr. Natsume has admitted to playing some part in the incident.
Isn't that right, Mr. Naruto? Well, now that you mention it, when we visited him in the prison yesterday, he did tell us what had happened. Yeah, he just ran.
Agreed. Green overcoat.
Oh well, exactly what the woman in that print is wearing.
Oh my, what a photographic print is in full color. What will the world come up with next? It's a bit difficult to talk like this, to be honest.
The defendant has done nothing more than admit he fled the scene of a terrifying incident. That does not mean he is guilty to the heinous crime of stabbing the woman.
There was nobody else there at the time. Just the two of them, the victim and the accused. In other words, there is nobody else who could have possibly have stabbed the woman. In fact, the accused conveys. It seems this cross-examination could prove to be pivotal, Counsel. Proceed, please.
Yes, my lord. Nothing for it then. Just checking the time. I'm actually gonna be knackered. And hungry.
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh yeah, well, technically read this.
So we're gonna press that. We're gonna press everything. Press everything. Daryl, what's going on there? Why is your game bugging out or something? Because I see you just pop in and pop out from the same game over and over again. A light fog, you say?
Well, light for London. You could see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much further, though.
That's light, is it? Holy crap. I'm awake.
Around these parts, yes. Not something I'd expect a Japanese fella like yourself to know, of course.
I read that London is famous for its fog. But in my country, people usually imagine that it gives the city a rather beautiful appearance.
How quaint. Yes, well, it's not something us Londoners tend to romanticize, as I expect you appreciate.
I see.
At this time of year, the fog can cause a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can't even see your own hand at the end of your arm. Indeed, the other day I was very nearly trampled by a horse before I could see the carriage they were pulling.
Yeah, stop, look and listen.
However, on the day that concerns us, the fog was somewhat lighter than usual. A fact no doubt lamented by the accused.
Okay. I cannot stop looking at this food. Ah! I'm so hungry now. Not like bad hungry, not like I'm hurting myself hungry. Just, I really want to feel the taste in my mouth now. Are you able to state that with a certainty?
Quite simple, my learned friend. Because that is what the witness to this crime has told us.
Ah yes, Inspector Gregson mentioned the witness yesterday, didn't he?
That's right. One of the policemen.
Oh.
That is correct, ma'am.
Now we must hear their testimony.
The prosecution will, of course, call them to the stand, should it be necessary.
But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already. No matter how light the fog would have been, no one could have seen.
I'm unaware of the situation in your tiny island in the east. But here in the capital of city Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated by night by gas streetlights. The prosecution believes there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime. Quite! Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness.
Which means we really need to hear those witnesses' statements. If I could just get through the fog to this cross-examination. I have a blister on my tongue, it's kinda annoying.
It seems the counsel of the defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector. Oh, welcome back, Turtle Girl.
Welcome back.
Hold it!
Yes, I'm like staring at his food. Fucking hell. Really don't like that. From behind, you say?
That's right. As you can see from this print. Oh, yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back.
Fun fact, actually typed that 2 minutes ago, but forgot to press Send. 2 minutes ago. I was like, what do you mean by 2 minutes ago? Oh, right, I was about to say I'm back 2 minutes ago, okay.
I just say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in a critical condition. Comatose, no less.
I was thinking about something. What the fuck was I thinking about? That's on that I can't really remember.
I'm afraid so, my lord, yes. She's been treated at Bart's. I was hopeful to shed some round before the trial started so I could take a statement, but it wasn't to be. Oh yes, that is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own accounts of the event. Luck is on your client's side, it seems.
Why is it? Because if it isn't actually him, then it would be better lucky if she actually saw something. On the contrary, my client has been extremely unlucky.
Your force of tone is seriously undetermined by those disturbing wide eyes, I'm afraid.
Bum, 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 bum. I really want your food. Oh shit. There we go, let's press. Press him on information! Oh yeah, really? Hold, wait, I cannot remember now what I was thinking about. Technically it was just kinda out of nowhere thing, but... what did I get from that thing? What is this even for something? I don't think it's like the same sort of bullshit that you had before. Because you were not here, Turtle Girl, but when I streamed... I don't remember really what I streamed, but it was something at least. You weren't here at the time. I got a notification from Streamloot on stream that, oh, if you want to go to Streamloots and my thing, then go there and check that out. And I've never gotten that before. So apparently, I think I said that before, that they started something that I turned off. That if no one is in that one and it's inactive for 45 minutes, it will send out a notification on stream to go and check that. Which, like, I'm like some of my fellow stream comrades, that I'm not a person that asks for money all the time. I have it there for fun. If people want to use it, it's up to them. So I feel like having that sort of thing, that it's inactive for 45 minutes and sends a notification for people to just go in, it's just like, yeah, that's just kind of pissy. But apparently, there's gonna start something with a subscription. I can see that thing also. I was like, what the fuck am I seeing? So yeah, that's exactly it. They, like, think something like that big, just saying, hey, go to that site. But I don't know what, but for some reason they started with subscription on Streamloots are giving your community a consistent way to support you. They can subscribe to you and get 25 exclusive reaction to play. Yeah, like I'm not even joking. When I went onto this site, I was like, why do you send this? I'm like, yeah, after 45 minutes of inactivity. I'm like, oh god. Yeah, apparently people can subscribe after 11th November. It's not like, also it's like, it's nothing I'm gonna force people to do. It's nothing I'm gonna just tell people to do. But it's there for people to use if so they wish for. I like, for me it's either way. For like, because this is nothing more than a hobby for me now, I see stuff like that as a bonus. That's all. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, that's up to you people. I'm not like gonna even like have stuff like that on stream here. I'm not like, I have my little announcement that you can use it. Like the little timer thing, but I'm not gonna mention the whole subscription thing. Like I'm gonna leave that out, and if people wish to do that, then people do that. That's all. The accused could easily have carried all these 3 books in one hand, which means
His other hand would have been free to wield a knife, for example.
He's very clever, isn't he?
What do you mean?
He made it extremely hard for you to assert that Miss Natsume had his hand full with his books. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before even knew he was there.
You mean to say that the defendant was holding his belonging as he thrust the knife into the woman's back? That must have been what happened, my lord, yes.
Hold it! I don't know why I'm so tired. Probably because I've been up late lately. Not because I wanted to, but it's like hella difficult to sleep sometimes. Yeah. So I am so knackered. But don't worry, it's like, don't worry for me at least. It's like 10 minutes left, so it's like no problem here. I can continue. The defendant apparently visits second-hand bookshop on daily basis. Yeah, with the amount of books he had been there for a week. And it was like more than 500, I feel like. Also, I don't know where, but Holmes just came up of nowhere. Also, his ass popped out from the window. I'm not even joking, like, I was talking to people like this. There was like a window on that side of the screen. And like, when I was done talking to them, I just see something like just fade into existence. And that was Sean's ass and bag. I'm like, where the hell did you come from? Again?
Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature.
My father actually loves stuff like that. Go into second-hand bookshops and just find books.
The bloke's room was stocked full to ceiling with those musty old books.
Yes, it's musty old books within a musty room apparently. Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector?
Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at the street map again, I'm afraid.
Bourbon books.
Bourbon books.
It kind of rolls off the tongue, just because of all the bay. I'm trying to figure out, there was some sort of like 3-word thing I used to say to my sister that made her just laugh. But that was just because I said them, not because I had some sort of reasoning. It was like book, banana, baby. Like stuff like that. I was trying to just figure out like words that started with B, and I just started babbling out different B-worded words.
The closest second-hand shop to the...
I don't even know what that is. Thank you for making me more hungry and curious. Bourbon biscuit. Oh, good, that looks... Oh, why did you even mention that? Oh, dude, the videos. Best homemade bourbon biscuit. How to make bourbon biscuit. Oh my god. What is that? What is that for something? It's a sandwich biscuit. Consisted of 2 thin, regular dark chocolate flavored biscuit with chocolate buttercream filling. So it's kind of like, instead of a what is it? A ice cream sandwich, because I feel like the way they explain the outer shell of this one is the same of those from an ice cream sandwich, because I've eaten one of those a long time ago. I'm pretty certain it was kind of like soft, and that's kind of what I get with here. I don't know, I might just be wrong, but it kind of looks like that. Oh. Oh. I kind of want that now as well. Oh, if I just remember how to do that as well. Because I learned one time how to actually bake... Oh, they are pretty crunchy. Huh. Okay, it might just be my... Not crunchy. Not crunchy like hard. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but I actually learned one time to bake crunchies. I don't know if you know what that is, but my father knows, and I'm pretty certain it's something from England. It's like these honeycomb filled chocolate chocolate cookies, if we say so. Actually pretty tasty. Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Also, I do recommend, do not taste that without the chocolate. Fucking hell, that's so sweet. It's like nasty. I'm not even joking. It tastes nasty. So sweet that is. Oh, like I was just like, yeah, it doesn't have so much chocolate on it, but I'm gonna try anyway. I was just like, ugh. Also, it was one time I actually failed baking those, so the crunchy part became like some sort of, I don't know, I did the bubble gum, a gum in a way. I was like, the chocolate just disappeared. I was just like chewing this sweet, like nasty sweet chewy thing. Like, oh, both good and bad things, those things. But yeah, I'm probably gonna try and bake those again someday. Who knows? Which I mean, it doesn't take a genuine workout the route it would have taken. Yeah, it's literally just straight up. Boop. Yeah, there we go. There's something like this. Something like this. Summon. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Oh yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would clearly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop.
I was like wondering, like, what popped up here? But yeah, that's that thing.
Miss Naruhodo, I think that what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance.
Yes, I agree. The most important point that the inspector just made, the bookshop's location. The crucial detail. Wait, hold on a second here. Wait, I pressed wrong. Hold on. Because look at the map. Bourbon Books. But he is at your books. Your books. Ha, that's interesting. He's actually not at that one. Are you winding me up, Sunshine? Oh, don't crush the food. Poor food. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this because it was just me blundering. Yeah, I know. I misthought, okay? I misthought. It's the name. I know what I misthought there. I don't even know where that bookshop even is. I managed to click before I actually figured out, like, oh wait, hold on. I just realized we actually had a receipt from the bookshop. Because that's literally called Bourbon Books. But it was at Yore Books. So I don't even know where that is. I'm like so knackered that even the sound right now just becomes louder and louder in my ears for some reason. Oh yes, oh, how do I read this? I don't need to read this now. Yeah, I know. The bookshop's name. Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor?
What?
Could you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it might have been of vital importance.
Maybe.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, yes. It could be a very important clue.
Very well. Not that I can see it being any great significance. But please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector. Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say.
Could the man be any more sadoic? Okay, so we're gonna present this, and then I'm gonna probably just slowly but surely end it here. BAM! If I could just stop you there, Inspector Gregson.
What is it, Sunshine? I am a busy man, you know.
This is a recipe that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day on the incident and detailed purchase of the 3 second-hand books.
And you found that in the accused room, did you?
Yes, but the point is not where the recipe was found, but the name of the shop printed on it.
Go on.
My voice though, right now, holy crap. This recipe was issued from a bookshop called Yore Books.
Your books. Your, I presume.
Yes, my lord. So, Miss Natsume didn't indeed purchase a number of books at a second-hand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop is in question was not Bourbon Books.
What? Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop? Yes, sir. Your bookshop is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that, well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Objection!
I just want to know where it is. I'm gonna end it after I know where it is.
Objection!
Yes, but what difference it makes? Whatever the man purchased these musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
Are you certain? Then point it out to me. I disagree. I mean, after all.
I have the street map here, if it might help.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would have almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that it was actually another bookshop, Your Books, it may have well been turned out he wouldn't have passed that location at all.
Could that be true?
Oh my. It really depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be possible.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right. I just want to know where it is. It's like, it's nailing on me right now. It's just nibbling on me.
Inspector Gregson, where is this Your Books establishment?
Well, obviously we looked into that.
Where? It turns out that Your Bookshop, Books, is just here, next corner of Mercham Street going west.
So what it means is it doesn't matter which way he takes. He could have or could have not gone that way. Okay, I am fine with that.